Fountain, it's going to be Breeze, it's going to be OC as well. And I feel like there you've got a real opportunity to try and exploit No Way, because it's important, I guess, why we got this pause to kind of talk about No Way and the story behind this player, because his first professional team in Counter-Strike, it's Imperial. He's a streamer turned into a player. Obviously stood in for Imperial a few times back when Fallen was on the squad. As I said, he's got a lot of promise, obviously lacks experience, and now he's here. And to be honest with you, he's been really surprising me. I've been very impressed with this kid's rise.
Case Serrano's bold prediction as well when he was made the HTV in the top 20. So a lot of eyes on young No Way. He's going to be brought down low early as Daps sets his eyes on that target. Rest of the squad splitting on through. There are 3 CTs up here. Flashbang comes on over, but Phelps cops that one. Going to be falling on back. We're going to get a bit of a brawl over towards the bathrooms.
I really like this, though, from Imperial, because you've got Phelps that's playing a deep angle, and that means you've got the players to retreat over at long bathrooms, but Hex just overwhelms. This is the guy that has really been stepping up for NRG. A lot of reliance being placed on this youngster, and he's delivered with an opening kill. Breeze follows up as well. Bomb site belongs to NRG.
Yeah, bomb planted. Henny is an unknown element. You've taken down 2, including 1 towards long bathrooms, so you have no idea he's coming through here. Question is, how much trigger discipline? No, he's just going to go for the kill. And it's a silent shot. Oh, Henny, what a way to start the RMR. 3 quick headshots. Daps is going to trade one back. VINI Kush down as well, so it's not all over. Decenty coming on through with the dualies. And a headshot from OC will get it done.
I'll tell you what, though, what a start from Henny. The fact that NRG don't immediately turn around, because I got no idea where that's come from. But the 3rd shot is just divine from Henny. His last major appearance came in the grand finals with Immortals and PGL Krakow. And he's just given us an example and a reminder of who he is. That could have gone a little bit pear-shaped for NRG, but they pick up the pieces.
That major appearance with Zach as well, coach of this squad. So many major appearances between the members of this, with Phelps and VINI in the mix as well. Also from Imperial, came down to the 1-on-1. They want to keep this fight going. Phelps a CZ user. See that every day. But 5-7's definitely come back into vogue.
He should rotate as well, Phelps. A player from Imperial that will have sort of long-range gunfights with the CZ. Probably not in this round. Good control being taken by NRG. And I like this a lot from Daps, because what he's doing, even though he's got a brother in arms, just tucked with Breeze, fundamentally, he can just go and run away with the MAC-10 and get all the information. Breeze just setting up smokes, causing rotations and being a nuisance. That's exactly what's happened. Look at Imperial. They're panicking.
Such a loud rotate.
Thank you very much. Doorway open. Red carpet rolled out potentially. Just got to get past the scout.
It's interesting it was such a loud and fast rotate, because there wasn't any like threat outside of the utility. I think No Way had a slight lookout towards long, and there's been no contact since. And this pause from NRG is actually going to kind of bite them, because Imperial are now realizing, yeah, actually, that was a little bit of a fake. Daps has gotten so close, though. This MAC-10's going to destroy Disney, running around the corner. It's actually Breeze that gets the kill. No Way, not cleared. He's able to get 1 before he's put down. That's that CZ actually comes through for a kill. Keeping it a 3-on-3, but smoke down. Site is taken.
Difficult, though, because Phelps can still deny the bomb. He's at least made OC get off it. Trying to spray the Galil, can't do it. It's VINI. Double kill with the 5-7, and NRG, they had 23 seconds left. They could have committed back. Hex was in towards the short water. They could have run away. They didn't need to shove it all in towards A. And Imperial, they'll capitalize on that. They'll take that all day long. They went out the force buy. NRG are now forced into a position where they've got to dump all their money into round 3. No bomb plant. And it's just really simple. It's all because Daps didn't clear a corner.
Yeah, exactly. If he'd actually looked towards DICE and found that second kill, the side it cannot be retaken at that point. So it came with some nice plays from the individuals in Imperial. Phelps getting that 1, and then VINI stepping through with the 5-7. Now they've bolstered their economy with 2 Galils and an AK. NRG have also going to have to force without that loss bonus.
Short the priority again. Hex lead in. Nade goes a bit deep, but will clip Hext and Ankle, and they're in. Round the corner, Tech9's, everyone is blind. Breeze only finds one with the Tech, and he's still got VINI lurking by the barrels. This hit gets completely shut down. OC trying his best. Good scalp to find on Phelps, but would need a number more, and the reload seals his fate. Only up to Fang in the 1 versus 3. The collection would need a few more. Bomb out of arm's reach. Would need to commit further into this bomb site, which wants to reset to Monster.
Certainly doable. Fortunately, there's no rifle that's recoverable. He's up on the barrels, and I think Noe's positioning is going to allow a very quick trade. If Fang extends and doesn't even get the opportunity to do so, VINI's elevated angle works on out. And it was a nice idea from NRG. I think the flashbang was actually perfect, but Imperial will just have rifles. They can just spray blindly at the position. Plus the numbers were there, right? There's 3 reinforcing. It was just a single avenue through short as well, which definitely made it simpler for them to lock down.
I think it was just also the speed in which the counter utility was dropped, because they dropped a smoke just next to the barrels and the pillar, which meant that NRG were funneled always into the bridge fight. You've also got a player that can rotate in from CT, so you're completely cordoned just into these rifles. And despite them being blind, they've got the numbers advantage. Ouch. Only a little bit of damage, but yet again, further audio. Henny wants to farm up some money to bring the sniper in.
He'd love to get that out early. Or at least enough to drop an M4 to No Way, who could maybe fund him his up. Unless he gets the ace, I don't see him being able to afford it. And NRG are just waiting this one out, taking their time, seeing if they can coax anyone into these Glocks.
I just want to set up potentially a matchup and a position of the map that will really be tested potentially by NRG, and that is Connector. More often than not, when you take a look at the way that Imperial play Overpass, there's not a lot of reliance on having that area of the map. Fang can take the space early if he starts to accelerate, if that's something they've obviously discussed about pre-game. There's a real opportunity for them to split onto No Way, with Breeze and OC coming through long. I feel like that is definitely a weak point, because Hex is really good at taking short control. If Fang can then get the presence in towards Connector, that's a lot of deep coverage that NRG have got for basically minimal utility and minimal time. And that will keep Imperial at least rooted on these bomb sites, which is something that they've been really prioritizing in the first few rounds.
There's that ult for Henny. Dropped on over. They're really establishing the kind of meta control over towards A with the deep smoke. No Way. Breeze tried to blow it open, I think. Way he's the one that meets his demise. Good. Roots up, does a bit of info. Phelps gonna have to drop off. No further pressure over towards A currently. That's where NRG are going to reset a couple of members.
That's a really nice way to position on B to hold Connector. Especially when you've got your players going aggressive in the form of No Way just on the edge of the smoke. Nice little set piece to find the opener, and that just takes the sting out of all the pressure that NRG were trying to apply. They now have to be the ones to waste the time clearing every angle. At least Fang has got Connector, but for Imperial, they know that the burden is on NRG to come into a bomb site. They can play incredibly passive, so they've got these quick rotates down to the opposite sites. Bomb collected, Hexed, space taken out Monster, VINI just waiting patiently.
Same angle when he went up against Tech9 earlier. Flashbang comes over, and it's just a perfect time to start firing. Smoke gets deployed defensively, and VINI can get up over the top of that as well. Completely denies entry. That's all the way back. Deep Monster gets removed. Imperial having no issues against the guns.
Yeah, really impressive as well, just to see VINI and the positions he takes on this Imperial roster. Obviously leading and being the voice for this team, but you can tell that Phelps is that secondary one by him rotating, allowing VINI more often than not to always play these smaller site anchor roles in which he's really kind of forged out his career on FURIA and now in Imperial. And that was just really simple. The molly goes in, it doesn't matter because he's already dropped a smoke that he can just jump on and see over the top. Signs of frustration showing for Hext and the younger guns of NRG.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair for Hex, he timed the swing perfectly off the flash.
It's unlucky. And then the other one's unfortunate as well. It's just a smoke spam. It's interesting. 3 flashes, delayed. Again, just trying to get into this bomb site. VINI reposition, long-range fight from heaven. It's simple. Smoke on the bomb site, though. Potential for a plant.
Yeah, great call to come B, and OC. Great shot with the deagle. Keeps things even. He's going over the top, knows that fighting forward will be the way to get an advantage. VINI, good for one, but traded by Breeze. No, we're not ready. Breeze to continue accelerating, but he's found a kill. Phelps also coming over from heaven. And that's going to make it significantly harder for Fang to deny this bomb being defused.
Oh, player timed out as well. I feel like you see Daps on the mini-map. He's not there.
That is unlucky. Oh, he actually
unfortunate.
took the player off the defuse. Taken down. That's the most convincing round.
Yeah, and that's all because they've been able to get the short control fairly consistently. Hex hasn't had too much trouble. It's only been sort of peppered by nades. We've not yet to see Phelps go in there. Set up with flashbangs. It's been boosting. It's been quite passive. But that's because NRG haven't really been applying any of their normal pressure over towards the top side of the map. It feels for Imperial that they don't need to go for these plays in towards short. It's not necessary.
It is really cool to see NRG back in CS.
Yeah.
Right, such a big org in their time before they left and EG picked up the pieces. Breeze and Daps reunited as well.
Yeah, it feels like NRG have now gone in and picked up EG's pieces as well. So it's a complete recycling.
That is actually true.
Fortunately, we're back. No AWP for OC yet.
I think he could have actually got one out as well. Potentially if you forgoed some utility. No way he's feeling emboldened to fight forward.
Sorry, I feel like this is a real element of Henny's game that doesn't get talked about enough. The fact that he can be so aggressive, but he's also more than willing to be that support. We'll try and flash in his teammates. We'll try and set up no way. And especially for a youngster, where we've already discussed, his time on the team has been quite short and his experience is relatively new. If you're flashing this player in and he's getting the kills, you're getting him hyped, that's best case scenario.
Yeah, setting up no way is a massive element to the success of Imperial. Henny's going to know what to do if things go wrong as well. If No Way does get caught up early, Henny's more than adept at adapting to those situations. And okay, now we get to see it because No Way does fall out towards long. Henny is the solo player at A, going to creep on through the bathrooms. Dap slowly approaches. Spotted. Barrel, and Henny barely needs to see him. One back his way. Pre-fire off the flash, but they're disengaging. Imperial has still kept bodies over here. Now they're going to be aware. Phelps gets brought down low from heaven. Has to fall off the angle. Time is ticking on down, but the smoke forge still allowed the bomb to go in. See it on the back of OC. VINI has found one. The Molotov isn't going to deny VINI. He wants to keep on going. The spray doesn't convert. Fang gets one back. OC incredibly low in Fang. I think he might have just timed out. It looked like maybe he just froze up.
Yeah, looked like he just completely stopped. And again, that's incredibly unfortunate.
So unfortunate.
You take a look at that scenario as well. He's just bailed OC out of that round. He's got the kill. He's then trying to look up towards heaven. OC can then retreat.
It still was an incredibly difficult position. It was a 2-on-3. And OC had like 5 HP at that point.
This is just really proactive.
Definitely crashed that.
Proactive play from Decenty and VINI, though. The fact that they're just ahead of the utility.
Imperial are very fast to rotate. They are just scrambling immediately when there's some action or when a player feels isolated.
Yeah, especially as that contact was taken over towards toilets. But I like the fact it was slightly delayed to the point where as soon as No Way goes down, Henny's like, it's on my call or it's on my contact. If I fire off a shot, that's the kind of the trigger for you to rotate up. That's the necessary steps we need. But ultimately, you can keep players back at B. And how many times have NRG ended on this A bomb site outside of the pistol? One, maybe even none. at this stage. So Imperial are now being conditioned to always stay over towards B. Also, when NRG get that kill onto No Way, and they take the space up toilet, you see that Daps is the only one throwing utility, but then gets caught off guard. There was enough in the pockets of NRG to actually re-exec and maybe throw a couple of flashbangs over towards A. That would at least guarantee one rotation of Phelps up towards the top side. It would keep Henny there for a couple more seconds. And when you've got the players over towards Monster, ready to go in towards B, sure, one player's a little bit delayed, but you can still fundamentally go in and have that numbers advantage.
While we have this moment, there is another player we haven't talked about on Imperial, and that is Decenty. Or we did a bit of research. We spoke to some South American players, and do you want to try the pronunciation you were told? Yeah,
it's just like decenty.
Decenty. We don't want another Zaiwu situation.
So we're going to go with Decenty.
Decenty. But we've had the opportunity to cast him before, right? In the We Play Academy League, he was part of the FURIA squad.
Yeah.
Looks like Cowes. It was kind of like those two. Who are now here, actually, at the RMR, which is a really cool storyline.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
They might end up facing each other at some stage, but they were kind of like the two that were kind of carrying the rest. It felt like they were kind of head and shoulders above the others on their team, which it's been great to see them elevated, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. And I feel like for me, what's cool is obviously we've got these stories. You think back to Mao's at the Rio Major, where it was the Academy stars that were elevating them. We've had it in Europe. We've also got it in South America with Cowes on Pain, Decenty here on Imperial. And Decenty, a player as well that has obviously come from Oplano, and he gained a lot of experience whilst being on Oplano, played with the likes of VSM, KNG.
He was one of the best performers in that squad.
Yeah, he was. Oh, he was. I got to cover him quite a lot when obviously the CCT events were ongoing, and what really struck me was, especially against domestic competition, is Decenty always had this area of calm. There was a lot of chaos going on the server over multiple different maps. Decenty, he would be involved in that. He'd definitely be part of the chaos. He'd try and create a lot of it, but at the same time, the way he approached each of these gunfights was very methodical. It felt like he knew at any moment where these players were going to come in, and it's a lot of sort of experience on a very young mind, and it's cool to see. And it's the same with No Way. It's one of those where, again, these two matchups, you've got these young stars that are now blended in with the experienced players like OC, Hext, Fang, coming in with Daps, Breeze.
Yeah, I think that's the big question that a lot of people have for Imperial. It's not around the experienced players, it's how well No Way and Decenty are going to perform when it comes to the big games, when the pressure is on.
Pressure on.
And while the pressure is indeed on, fast after Mods Monster, B has been the target that Daps wants to set. And this time, he's going to find that kill onto Phelps. Wants to scale on forward. Smoke is good, Molotov great, isolating these players that had short control. You have 3 players from CT, from the CTs in towards short. One in Heaven, who's made his position known. They have the advantage in the retake, but it's an odd position to come from. Oh, flash through, trying to set up Fang, knowing they need to get an advantage early. Now it becomes incredibly difficult. Daps is low, Hex, cops a HT. And now it's all on to the young guns. First kill is his, and nice double swing. No Way over the top. Ensures success, and Imperial bounce back 7-1.
It's just by getting the last little steps over the line for NRG. It's quite clear they've been able to get into this bomb site round on round, and they've done that through a variety of different methods. They have had the fast approach here, where it's just everyone through Monster. They've conditioned Imperial. We want to take short. So on this round with lesser weaponry, we'll just run it through Monster, hoping you go for a play like that. That's exactly what happens, but on the retake, Imperial just got too much, not only when it comes to their numbers, but also they've got a lot of utility because it was such a fast hit. Unfortunately, the Hex is the guy that has the flashbang. If Daps is there where he stands a little bit further back, it would have gone deeper, it would have affected them more.
Did you get the AWP out in OC now? So he's going to be going over towards A, and perhaps that's going to signal some intention on that side of the map. They've got con control. They're managing to fight through Fountain, so it does feel like they want to actually put some pressure on over here, because Imperial aren't really feeling anything on A, which is allowing them just to empower their B defense consistently.
A lot of utility being used here from Imperial to show that they are respecting the fact that NRG have been taking this area of the map. You can see as a response to utility being depleted on B, rather than pushing forward, as so often Henny in no way have been doing, they recoil. Because there's not a clear, concrete answer to, are there players in our utility? Are there players in short? No, playing passive, setting up. It makes it ever so much more difficult for OC to get involved.
I was wondering why he was jiggling with the HE there. It was to throw forward if he gets contact. Doesn't spot anything. Oh, for a second he might get flashed through. Also one thrown over. See, Phelps has actually rotated up to A as well. And now the flash comes through. No way, dodges it to perfection. Can't get the second though. But Henny's here to support. And now they have to continue to push forward. The shadow's seen, but OC doesn't care. Takes down the CT AWPer. And now Phelps tucked into the corner. Can't get either kill. A lot of damage done. And the HE over the top is deadly. The time is ticking down. They need a plant, and it needs to be stopped. VINI wins the round purely off that. decenty just runs away, and Breeze can't do anything. Yeah,
great job by Imperial. It's just Phelps tucked in the corner. They line up for him, and from there, communication spotless. Can just drop the nades. It's simple. VINI can go through the smoke. Ultimate denial. If the bomb goes down in that situation anyway, it feels very difficult to try and retake that because you're stuck behind smokes in towards bank and dumpster. So VINI makes the ultimate play of, I will try and potentially sacrifice my life, but at the trade-off of winning a round. Bomb not down for NRG. Again, things are just constantly in this yo-yo of one by here, one by there, consistently surrounded with pistols is this all.
Yeah, NRG are actually managing to get the bomb down more often than not, which is kind of a nice nod to the strength of Imperial's retakes and how fast they are at suffocating NRG. They didn't quite get the bomb down there, but you know what I mean? They took the bomb site. B's been planted on plenty of times.
Probably not this one. It's hard. Take a look at the util that's left for NRG. One nade, one molly, one player in Fang over towards Connector. Rest of NRG's scale, they take Playground's control, they're moving as a unit. They want to try and, at the very least, set this AWP up for success. But by being very vocal over towards B, that's at least prevented Imperial from making too many guesses of where they are. But because there hasn't been any pressure applied with util, that's why these smokes can be held for so long. Another one dropped by Henny, even blows it open for himself. It's too easy for the sniper who finds that head-to-head onto OC.
His revenge, and oh my god, he almost gets hexed. Just a random shot through, but that's traded. Hex does actually find his revenge. No way.
Ooh.
Out towards long, can support. Phelps gets deleted, and they know he's here. Great Molotov forces No Way into the firing line, and Fang with a shot to the head. Bomb being planted, and does go down. decenty swinging on through. The AWP on the line, 2 AWPs in fact, and both of them chime in for a kill apiece.
Yeah, really well done from NRG there, and it's all about the timing of the execute as soon as you get the kill. The trade on towards the AWP, you know the player's out long because you just killed one of your friends, but it doesn't matter. You know that rotate time is going to be so difficult. So you accelerate, you scavenge these guns off the floor, and you constrict. Fantastic utility as well. The molly over the top towards long to force the fight. The flashbang through that goes deep on the CT rotates. NRG play that one spectacularly.
And you see a little bit more of that from NRG. Already a change up from Imperial. We've got 3 players over this direction. A double up into Connector, the AWP, and Phelps' rifle. Door blown, and Henny delivered a kill on a platter. And now Phelps, this is the intention of his position here. A bait and switch. The AWP fires off, runs back. Never going to be ready for Phelps here. How thorough is Fang? Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Thinks the molly spread. Thinks the molly spread in the back corner because he threw one that goes a little bit deeper to kind of get rid of Henny off that angle. But Henny is on this one instead over at long. Now you've got this quick rotate of Phelps up towards the connector. He can join with No Way, and Henny can remain rooted over towards here. Breeze and Daps trying to piece it together, but it's just not happening. Look at Phelps. Bomb drop, round done. 9 for Imperial on their defense.
Nothing Daps can do here. It's picked apart one by one, and it felt like they never really got a fair chance in that round. Imperial were just suffocating after the opening pick. The bait setup is perfect, and Phelps in that position where the molly doesn't spread. When he's hearing Fang being loud, he just knows that kill is his.
That's the first time as well Imperial have even shown that they're interested in connector. It's something that we spoke about a few rounds ago. Fang's been getting it for free. There's no one really that's been there. This time it's a double-layered setup, so even when you see one, you're still surprised, then you're never, ever expecting Phelps to be in that corner. Yeah,
really cool change-up, and I think that's a really interesting part of this Imperial squad is that there's probably been a lot of questions around VINI taking up the mantle of IGL on this team. Obviously, he's worked under some of the very best, but, you know, there's questions as to how far can he take this Imperial squad. We're seeing some great stuff out the strat book today. Some good variations. The retakes, the comms have all been on point. That's a bold choice to push to the short smoke. It actually almost works. Hex is fully blinded by that.
That's eager. Just as we're praising Imperial, they do something a little bit crazy, but you can forgive them. No way. He's being held by Breeze at the moment. Leg spotted. See Breeze's mouth's moving. But that might be the hesitation now for NRG to go in towards this B-bomb site, because Noe's cleared all of this. Breeze gets the kill. Nearly. Would love the kill. He's trying to get it, and he will. And that now creates space up A.
Really had to hunt that one down.
Ooh.
Does convert. That's going to keep Henny occupied over here. They haven't moved this setup, though. Knowing how deep the T's were, and the fact they were holding that push, they know that it's a setup for B. Bomb can come through pretty free. VINI, it should be a known element that short is compromised. They were never able to clear it. The fight came through. VINI gets the first kill for free. He's going to jump up on over. Trying to get fancy with it, and it is beautiful. A second kill for him before he's traded. Still keeps the advantage with NRG. decenty catches off Fang on that lurk. Puts it back into the 2-on-2. Time is going to be an issue. Henny has a completely open line of sight. That's going to go for the plant. Henny doesn't peek off it.
Fair enough. That's brave. They've used both their mollies. They have to play crossfires. Breeze just walking into the open. There needs to be a trade, and there can't be. decenty finds both. And that's Imperial up to double digits.
Henny not even required. That one felt like one of the best opportunities for NRG to at least close out with 3, which feels like a position you can work from. Now, Overpass is a CT-sided map. We're not on the new patch. If you're wondering, you might have seen PGL posted. We are playing on the patch prior to this, before the spawn changes. So it's still very much in the favor of the CTs. And we've seen teams come back from worse.
Yeah, we have. And also, look, if you take a look at these rounds, just kind of at a macro level, sure, it hasn't worked, but the identity of what NRG wanted to achieve was there. They wanted to go for B. They knew it was a weakness, and they did exploit it in a number of occasions. It was just getting the last little pieces just over the finishing line. That's really been the struggle. And you know what? It's sort of almost ironic, because that is kind of how this NRG roster has really come into CS. It has always been this last little bit, that qualification game to make it in so many different events, including the PGL CS2 America's RMR. It's a burden that weighs heavy. It's decenty's bullet through the brain of OC to kickstart the Imperial attack. And it's got no signs of slowing down. Up long they go.
Whole pack's moving out. Breeze is going to get the info. Will be cleared, of course. But, oh, that's a shot from Breeze. Looking for more. He's going to fall off the line. He's getting hounded down. And decenty from the playground. Party. Having a party. Dab's not spotting anyone long as Imperial are going to pause. Agility comes on out. He knows exactly what's going on. Fang cleared. Didn't even get to respond. decenty continuing the damage. Flank being held for Hex's dualies do get the best of him. But he is the sole remaining member of this NRG squad. And this pistol was required. It was necessary. And it's not going to be.
Just brutal. Even the slowdown. right in the mid-round for Imperial. Just pausing for just 10 seconds. It just means that Hex starts to doubt. He then starts to take map control. And they're just completely isolated from one another. That rotation time is so far away. These shots are so clean, even having the little presence of mind from Decenty to hold from Party, to kill Breeze as he's falling back, and then to clear the close corners of Fang. Every single kill was in isolation.
Yeah, you can see they're very happy about that one. NRG have to force. I feel like I'm getting deja vu from the map we just cast. South American dominance on the B stream. Decenty gets the opener onto Fang. OC might get an opportunity. Can't quite hit the flick. OC needs a kill, so he's sticking around, hunting, looking for a tag at the very least, but it's denied. Daps is 5-7. Can't find its mark. Now no way can activate. There's two players. Oh, did he mean the jump? It doesn't matter. Jumping Jack Flash. X and Daps hit the deck. OC does finally find the kill with the scout. Two players are in one-shot potential for him. And both CDs are on this E bomb site. I think all Imperial need to do is just send a player into B just to check what's going on.
Breeze is behind you.
Oh no.
Henny, he's also behind you. It's like a pantomime in the toilets. And NRG, they're going to clear all of it. They're going to deem it clear. They might even go down connector. But no.
Oh, Henny's going to be in the back lines of Breeze. No, Breeze is going to go around the corner.
Rude awakening for long toilets.
Towards long, yeah. OC. Good night.
How's he got there? He was there the entire time, hidden in plain sight. And as Imperial marching their way towards map point. So rough. And for Breeze, look, you're hoping to hold on to your head armor, your kit, your smoke. It'd be the prized possession owner of the most valuable weapon for NRG coming up into this one. That was a force. That was with the scout. That was with the 5-7. You're operating with basically nothing on the NRG side. And although, yes, it does feel very similar to what we got out of our first game on Nuke, NRG's T side looked a lot better than that of Wildcards, is what I would say. I don't think they're as happy as the playground poster.
No, I dare say no jubilations in the NRG camp right now. But it is worth, you know, putting the asterisks next to their performance in that they didn't know they were getting this call up until the last minute. Cramming the preparations in. They've been given a lifeline. If they can grasp it. Very nice boost. Has fun at home. Don't stand on top of your friends' heads on playgrounds. Slippery slopes.
Yeah.
Don't try that one at home.
Try it in the server.
In the server, guys. In Minecraft.
Good call from Imperial as well. Just a flat default. Just in case there's going to be a stack. And Imperial have been doing this a lot. Throwing smokes, then blowing them open with nades to try and have this element of surprise. Because then they can also do that in the future. We might see it in a game where they blow open the smokes and go around the corner on the other side. Decenty finds Daps. This could be the beginning of the end here. I think they're going to disrespect this utility. I think they're just going to go in.
Well, Breeze has the Galil, which is the best weaponry. He's completely alone. You think he'd just drop a smoke before the hit comes through? Okay, yeah, it is going to land. So at least he can try and focus on one angle.
He needs to rotate. You can hear all this utility. Breeze communicating, please guys, come over. 25 seconds. He could deny something here on the edge of the smoke. Breeze nearly with the double. Here comes the utility for NRG. Here comes the cavalry, but it's just not enough. 4 on 2. Hexton Fang with the MP9s. Trying to piece together this retake that feels improbable. And that's because it probably is. One trade here or there, but it's Hex revealing himself. Phelps, Henny low. But VINI always residing in the back lines, in the water, letting his teammates do the dirty work while he comes in for the profit. And that'll be that. Henny will secure it. Imperial will do it. 13-2 against NRG.
A blistering start for Imperial, who come in as one of the South American favorites, and they look just like it. What a dominant start to their RMR run. Smiles on the faces of these players who have seen